Hey guys, this is DFS Chan coming to you here to talk about March 13th, LOL Dfs Slate. It's a 5-game slate, 3 games in China, 2 games in Korea. Let's dive in. It's actually, to me at least, a pretty simple slate, even though there are 5 games. It's a loaded slate in terms of size, but I just feel like I'm pretty confident in the match predictions today, just based on the roster comparison, and the team metrics. And so, like, to me, like today, compared to like other slates or other nights, for me it's more important tonight, more important than anything else, to measure the kill upside, because I'm pretty sure that most other LOL touts and experts will have similar opinions tonight. So let's dive in. So this video will probably be shorter than usual. But yeah, so Weibo Gaming versus Rare Atom. Weibo Gaming is only a -285 favorite against RA. That's pretty surprising to me. I know that Weibo Gaming has lost some games recently, but to me, I think there's still a huge gap. I know that Rare Atom has won a game recently, but let's look at the match history. I think that will tell us tell us more about if those were legit wins versus legit losses. So yeah, so let's go into Weibo Gaming versus Rare Atom. I use SofaScore, it's an easy website that I use for all sports, to look at their match history. So Weibo Gaming has lost 2 out of the last 3, but they've lost to RNG and then they've lost to TES. I mean, those are the top 2 teams right now, in my opinion, in China. So I'm not that concerned about that. I mean, I know they lost 2-0 and they didn't look very great, but those are really good elite teams in China. And Rare Atom, yeah, I mean, they've won. That's surprising. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, 6 out of 7. Okay. So maybe I should reconsider. So let's look at who they beat. Most recently, they beat Ultra Prime. All right, Ultra Prime's not very good. OMG's not very good. They've been struggling a lot toward the second half of the spring split. So not impressed yet. Not impressed against WE. FPX, I mean, I'd say that's the best one so far in the last 4. 2-0, and they beat RNG. I remember that game, and I always talked about, from the RNG standpoint, that was a trap game. So let's keep that one in mind. But that's still a really good win, obviously, against RNG, but with a caveat. And then Thunder Talk, yeah, not very great. LGD. So like, they're really weak teams. I mean, they haven't played like EDG, they haven't played like BLG, Weibo Gaming. I mean, they're playing them now. JDG, they're playing them next. So I'm actually pretty confident that Weibo Gaming is gonna win. But Rare Atom, yeah, I mean, they've been in good form, so maybe Rare Atom can take maybe one shot at it. So let's look at, maybe I'll make a note. All right, where are you? There you go. So, and for the kill upside, total kills over under is at 4.5, so that's pretty low compared to other 2 LPL games. I think Weibo Gaming wins. RA or GPP maybe. All right, 2-0. Yeah, probably 2-0. I just feel like, I mean, even the roster comparison I see here, I mean, it's the usual starters. No surprise there. Top lane, the Cube has been playing well, but I still favor the Shy. SOFM, Leon, Wash, Angel, Strive. Strive's pretty good actually. So Wash. Yeah, I mean, like, Rare Atom has good talent. I mean, I think their team is looking pretty good on this paper, but the team looks good on the paper, but it's just I just feel like I'm not impressed with them. I know they've won 6 out of 7, but they've been against bad teams. I mean, like I said, other than RNG, maybe FPX, but I mean, they beat LGD, Thunder Talk, WE, OMG, who's struggling, UP. I mean, I understand that they've been winning these games, but I just feel like Weibo Gaming is on a different level. So I think that is a really juicy odds. I think I don't know what the odds are for 2-0, but that's just to win straight out in the series. So 2-0 odds will be even better. So anyway, that would be like Weibo Gaming minus 1.5. So I don't know. We'll see. Something I'm considering. So next game in China is Invictus Gaming versus Top Esports. Top Esports is the hottest team in probably in the world, actually. They've been playing amazing lately. Invictus Gaming just won a big game, but they've been struggling for, I'd say, overall, like most of the season. I think they beat JDG, but that was like four games ago. So, and they lost to IGBIG, forever. They've lost to the worst team in LPL against WE. I remember that one most recently. And they lost to AL. AL's been playing pretty well lately. And then LGD. I mean, they've lost to 3 bad teams. And they beat JDG before that. So, who knows? Like anything can happen in the LPL. But they've lost to bad teams. So Top Esports should really win this. I mean, outright by far. There's a huge talent gap, huge eye test gap between these two teams. I mean, look at all these good teams they beat. Top Esports, Weibo Gaming, LNG, BLG, EDG, FPX, JDG. I mean, this like 6-game right here schedule, the last 6 games. I mean, if somebody told me that the Top Esports would go 6-0 against all those elite teams, good teams, I'd call you crazy. So I'm just shocked. I mean, and I'm very much impressed that they've been winning these games against really good opponents. But Top Esports is also like kind of like IG, where they would fall into a trap against bad teams. So I see one path where let's see, where maybe can out jungle Tian. Tian has not been that great, but Wayward, Knight, Jacula, I mean, like everybody but Tian have been really, really good. So as long as Tian holds up his bargain, as long as he doesn't feed June in the jungle, although June has not been playing like one of the top 5 junglers in the LPL this season, this split. I mean, I know he was, in my opinion, in the last season, at some point in the last season, but I'm not very impressed. And they are starting back Yukai, which I like Yukai better, but still, I just feel like there's a huge talent gap. I mean, you can take a long shot just hoping that, Tian does not play well, but I feel like Top Esports has so many more winning paths against IG. And you guys may know this, but Jackie Love used to play for IG, Invictus Gaming, in his career. So I just feel like there's a little more motivation for Jackie Love to stay focused and not throw the games where he sometimes would against bad teams. So I'm pretty confident that Top Esports will. So I'm gonna say TES wins maybe 2-1. I definitely can, like I said, if Tian feeds, I can definitely see IG winning one game, but I think TES will buckle up a little bit after that if they do lose, and win out the series after that. So IG maybe, probably not. Yeah, that's a long shot. So I'm just gonna say Tian is the weakness. It's TES only weakness, and June can exploit that. But TES with more wins. All right. And the next matchup is the best team in the LPL against the worst team in the LPL. RNG, in my opinion, is the best team still. Maybe Top Esports, but maybe RNG. It depends. I think they're like 1A, 1B in my opinion, but I would favor RNG because of more consistency and and the form that Ben has been in, I feel like Ben was the reason why RNG was not the best team early in the split. And that was a huge offseason signing for RNG. And Ben, I've seen some LPL like insider videos where Ben would talk, actually wouldn't talk, and then his teammates would ask him to talk, and then he would. There was also a clip about him like with his family, his father telling him to be more confident. Ben is actually he looks confident when he plays on the Summoner's Rift for League, but he actually is a very shy guy personally, and he's kind of reserved. But I feel like the last month or so, I mean, he's been lights out, and he's been more communicate. You know, he communicates more, and he makes a lot more confident plays, like solo plays. I feel like the last couple weeks at least, I've seen on videos. So I feel like that really completes that team's potential. So I mean, I just do not see any way W can beat RNG here. Yeah, I just don't see it. Sorry. So RNG wins 2-0, but like I said, so like I'm pretty confident in these favorites winning today for the LPL matchups, but I need to measure the kill upside. So I'll go into that after this, talking about the LCK matchups, which I still feel like are pretty lopsided matchups, except for one. So let's just go over the main one. I mean, T1 versus Fred and Brion rather. T1, I think it's at minus 10,000. Last time I saw. Yeah, look at that. Minus 10,000. You know why? Because Fred and Brion has a lot of COVID cases, and their entire roster, their entire starters are out. So as you can see here on my Twitter account, I posted this lineup, but you know, you probably have never heard of these guys. Maybe if I stay, I don't know. But anyway, so these guys are from their Challengers affiliate team, and they're coming up to play in the LCK tonight because all their starters, regular starters, are out with COVID. So T1 also undefeated, as you guys know. If you follow League of Legends, they're at the top of the world's power ranking, undefeated in the LCK. They're going for the record, staying undefeated for the rest of the season, rest of the split. It can happen. And I feel like Fred and Brion is just in the way. So T1 should stop. The kill upside, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if, let's say, like Fred and Brion and the challengers tier was bloody. So I'm gonna check the CKPM of the challengers affiliate. So let's look at that after this. So T1 minus 10,000. Sorry, I added another 0. T1 should win 2-0 against Rose Challengers. Squad check Rose CKPM Challenger. All right, the next and last matchup of the slate is DRX versus Guangdong Freaks. This is actually probably the only matchup on the slate amongst all the 5 games that I think will be really close. That's why I kind of analyzed this one before the video. Guangdong Freaks actually showed up really well. I mean, they've had a really good series against T1. It's just T1 had a better macro game overall, like game understanding and game objectives. T1 kind of outplayed them around the map and putting map pressure in different areas, in my opinion. Whereas Guangdong Freaks actually outplayed T1 in certain team fights. I mean, and even in the laning phase at times. I was very impressed with Guangdong Freaks. I just feel like, especially Elam, the jungler, and the support and the mid laners form is coming up. So I just feel like they can win. They can win the series outright, even as an underdog. And then DRX, on the other hand, is a pretty hot team as well themselves. I know Kingen actually has been participating in team fights much lesser. But that doesn't mean that he's not playing well. He actually has been playing much better, so that he is laning much better. So anyway, and Pyosik, their jungler, has, you know, his form has been coming up as well. So yeah, as DRX has a better record than Guangdong Freaks, and DRX has better talent on its face, in my opinion. And DRX has been playing a little bit better and more consistent than Guangdong Freaks. But I just feel like Guangdong Freaks showed me so much in the last couple games, couple series rather, against their opponents respectively. So I think Guangdong Freaks can win. I'm gonna actually go with Guangdong Freaks here to upset. Upsets DRX 2-0. I mean 2-1. Sorry. I just feel like what's his name? Pyosic's jungling skills are limited, in my opinion. His champion pool is limited. I feel like when he gets Hecarim, he's good, but when he does not get Hecarim, he's so mediocre, in my opinion. And I think Teddy and Hoyt can definitely go up against the Deft and Barrel, in my opinion. And Zika is not somebody that worries me, concerns me. So Fate, as long as his form is better, which I think it is, I'm not that scared of DRX. And Keen is a better top laner than Gingen. So I like Guangdong Freaks tonight. So let's look at the kill upside. And then the video will be done after that. So let's go LPL first. I do want to see Weibo Gaming versus Rare Atom first. That's the lowest one in Chinese matchups. 0.78 is the average overall for the split. And then let's look at what the more recent one is like. So Rare Atom is a little bit faster. That's surprising. So 0.80 more recently. And Weibo Gaming playing faster, so 0.8. Let's see, 157, 0.81, 0.82, 0.82. So a little bit faster. Weibo Gaming playing faster recently. So but we're at 0.74. Is that slower? Let's see, 0.80. Yeah, so Rare Atom has been playing slower. So for what it's worth, Rare Atom may not make a good GPP play because their kill upside may be limited. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, Invictus Gaming versus Top Esports. So Invictus Gaming has been playing really fast, as you can see here. Average CKPM is 0.126, 0.85. All right, so 0.85. So that's higher than the first LPL matchup we just talked about. And then I want to see their recent CKPMs to see how the recent patterns. So look at I'm gonna say IG playing faster. All right, 0.91, 0.79, 10. Wow. 0.91, 0.7. So both playing faster. So 0.90 is the average more recently. And then 0.86. But IG is still playing faster than TS. So yeah, I think Top Esports' kill upside gets a little bump playing IG. So I think Top Esports might be the pick tonight to optimal pick, because I think RNG and W's is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a one-sided matchup. But let's still take a look at it. So average CKPM is 0.82, and then recent CKPM is, let's look at that. So who's playing faster? Let me see. Team WE. Okay. Not by very much, so I'm not gonna make a note on that, but 0.88. Wow. Wow. And then RNG playing faster recently. And then let's see the last patch, 0.15, 0.91. So yeah, so the TES and RNG, yeah, I mean, they're gonna be really fast. I think that's an interesting one. So like I said, if you think RNG will win, like, at the 10-minute mark, 15-minute mark, and the game gets out of hand, then they could win like 15-5, right? And then the game will be over in like 25 minutes. Whereas TES, if it's a little more competitive against IG, because I think Tion's going to struggle a bit against June. That can have a higher kill upside too. So, but yeah, so I think I would target those two matchups. Like I said, Weibo Gaming and Rare Atom, like I said, has the closer odds too, but as well as the lower kill upside. So I may fade that in an optimal setting. We'll see. And then, like I said, T1 versus Bros. T1's playing against the Bros like challenger squads. I'm gonna take a look at that real quick. Well, let's look at T1's first. T1 0.76. T1 CKPM. I'm not gonna do an average of T1 Bro because the Bro is gonna be playing different lineup today, so I don't think it's indicative of anything. So I think that's a pointless futile exercise. 0.76, 0.78, 0.88. So they've been playing faster. 0.86. Yeah, so that's good to see actually. I want to see LCK challengers right here, or is it challengers Korea? Okay, I need to get my terminology right. All right. What's their names? So he is part of Bro Challengers. Okay, Bro Challengers. That is LCK CL. I think that's right. Is that Challengers Korea? No. Okay. There you go. All right, 0.88. So yeah, I mean they've been playing fast. That's good to see. Bro, LCK Challenger. Okay, I'm just gonna say CLCKPM. 0.88. Wow, consistently high. 0.82 still. All right, T1 gets a bump. They could win 15-5, like I said, and that might just reduce the kill upside. But looks like Breon Challenger squad, who's going to be playing as T1 squad, likes to play bloody. So I think T1 is in play. T1 in play from CKPM standpoint. All right, and Kwangdong Freaks DRX. That actually might be a fadeable one. That's surprising. All right. So let's look at this. Is why we go through every metric, because that is a surprising nugget that we can find at times. Because I was thinking, like looking at the slate, T1 minus 10,000, they're going to win 10-0 or something, you know, and not be playable for DFS purposes. But I think it looks like they are. They are. So anyway. All right, CKPM for the DRX last matchup. Average CKPM is 0.6. I'll give it an edge of 0.64. Still low. So let's look at same thing. Same 0.68. A little faster lately. Recently. DRX faster than KDF. 80, 81. Yeah, still I think it's a little bit lower on the lower side. But I don't think it's like Credit Breon or Damwon Kia where it's like really, really low, right? And Damwon Kia, even though they had a one of the lowest CKPMs in Korea, like they were in the optimal lineup the other day. So anyway, so that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, like I said, I think it's gonna be a pretty straightforward slate. But then whenever I think that, or whenever I have that feeling about a slate, it totally goes off the board. So anyway, so that's all I got. If you guys have any questions or just want to chat league, I'm happy to do that. You know, I love this game and I love playing DFS and this sport. So if you guys have any questions or just want to shoot the shit, let me know. I'm happy to do that. So all right, good luck everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button. Thank you. Bye.